A 13-year-old student in New Jersey fathered a child with his fifth grade teacher. More after this. Hello everyone and welcome back to AFG's Point of View, where I give you my analysis on the most popular topics in the world today. Today's video, we have a fifth grade teacher getting pregnant by one of her students and making him father the child. Before I dive into the details of the video, if you're new here, welcome. Welcome to AFG's Point of View. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button as well. For more awesome, loving, and wonderful people over, similar to yourself. I'm my number of subscribers. Thanks for coming back. I'm diving in. A high school teacher is facing a slew of horrifying charges after it was alleged that she had a child with a 13-year-old boy, according to the authorities in New Jersey. Laura Caron, age 34, a fifth grade middle school elementary school teacher, is charged with first-degree aggravated sexual assault, second-degree sexual assault, and second-degree endangerment to the welfare of a child. The child is alleged to have been abused from the age of 11 years old through age 15 while he was residing with Caron at her home in South Jersey. Investigators believe Caron fostered an abusive sexual relationship with her student while she taught him and his brother in the fifth grade. But this grew even more disturbing in 2019 when the victim was 13 years old and he began living with Caron, then 28. It was during this time that the educator became pregnant with the teen's child. According to investigators, the case began to gain attention on social media when the victim's father took to Facebook in 2024 of December to publicly voice his opinion and that his son and Caron's 5-year-old child bore an uncanny resemblance. You don't say. Caron, originally from Warrington Township on the outskirts of Philadelphia, had been a college basketball star for the private Cabrini University, a once prominent Catholic institution that closed its doors in 2024 when it was absorbed by Villanova. Her major was elementary education. The alleged victim's family became friends with Caron and started allowing their children to stay with her every week, but this eventually progressed and their child began living permanently with the suspect from 2016 to 2020, authorities revealed in court documents. Let me say that again, okay? Because as wild and crazy as this thing has sounded thus far, this is the craziest that I've heard, okay? Now, the alleged victim's family, okay, which is the young boy, whatever his name is, I don't know his name, for the sake of his, they protecting his safety for, because of his age and all that, so. But the alleged victim's family became friends with the teacher, was Caron. And they started allowing their children to stay with her every week. Let me repeat that. They started allowing their children to spend the night with the teacher every single week. Who does that shit? Forgive my language, okay, but who does that? Who's letting their child spend the night over their teacher's house, okay? I'll wait. Unbelievable, okay? But this eventually progressed, and their children began living permanently with the suspect from 2016 to 2020. Why are they living with the teacher? Mom, dad, what seems to be going on, okay? I'm gonna stop right there because there's a lot more that goes with this. As a matter of fact, there's one more important piece I gotta put to this puzzle, and then we'll move on with my thoughts. Now, the abused child reportedly told his sister over a text message that he had been abused by the teacher. okay? Probably when he was there, he was letting somebody know, yo, this ain't right. I'm being abused. You know what I'm saying? Mentioning that he fathered a child. Now, he know what he did, okay? He reiterated this during a police interview. Okay, so clearly they had a sexual relationship where it was pretty abusive. You know, it was kind of like she was forcing him to do certain things or whatever. My thought process with that is, why are you having sex with a child? Like, I don't understand the whole fascination with having sex with children. I don't get that. I just don't get that. Children are not mature to the level that a woman would be, okay, or that a man would be, all right? Some young guys, 16, 17 years old, they think they're grown men, but their bodies haven't fully progressed. You still have to continue to grow and go through age 21, 22, okay, now you may be a full-grown adult, you know what I'm saying, but your body is still growing. You may feel like you got some hair on your chest, your hair under your arms, on your face, or whatever as a man, and you feel like you're a man. You can go out there and do what you want to do and how you want to do it, but that's not the case. There's repercussions that you got to deal with, if you do the wrong things. Same thing with women. In this particular case, Laura Caron, she thought it was sweet, but, she played basketball for Villanova. Cabrini basketball, you get into the whole teacher thing, right? And a lot of these kids is growing up. I don't know if he was a big kid. I don't know if he was a small, scrawny kid. I don't know what he was, you know what I'm saying? Everyone got, these teachers seem to profile, certain types of children, you know what I'm saying? And for the parents to allow their child to go over there and stay over there and live over there, like you going over there every single week, from every single week to now you just moving in. That's suspect, man. That's real suspect to me. I would never have my child go over her teacher's house, okay, the opposite sex. So now it's another man at her school, and then she likes that teacher, and the teacher like her, and then she goes over the house and spends the night and stays with the teacher. That's a little suspect to me, bro. That's just suspect to me. That's just not something that we're going to be doing. We're not going to let something like that transpire right under our noses. And we're going to fight at every cost, to avoid something like that. You know what I mean? So, her mother and I, so I would feel like, the average parent would actually do the same thing. They would fight for their child and not allow that situation to, take place. I mean, but clearly this is not the case. At the end of the day, yes, Ms. Caron should be facing some charges, a lot of charges of anything. You heard the rap sheet that she had. So she's looking possibly could be in jail for up to 40 years. It said 10 to 20 for the one charge, and then, they may give her the max. And then you got two other charges that can get 5 to 10. So if you're getting the max on every single one, that's up to 40 years. You know what I mean? Minimum 20. So she's in jail for at least 20 years. You know what I'm saying? And I don't understand why you would do something like that. Now the child is growing up and is looking just like their son. Like, so now, who's taking care of this child? The child ain't asked to be here. The young boy is his dad. How old is this kid? He's maybe like 17 now, I'm guessing. But back then when it was taking place from age 11 to now, like, come on, man. Like, he's still a minor. He's not old enough to, to do the right thing. And some of y'all in the comment section might be like, well, how did she get pregnant? You know how she got pregnant. You know how the birds and the bees work. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? If he hit puberty, you know what I mean? He got to a certain point where, he was a grown man. You know what I'm saying? I'm quite sure she tested him out. One thing led to another, and he wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't ready, and she was excited. She was super ready. I mean, I'm trying to keep it, rated G all the way across the board. You know what I'm saying? I got, young people watching this as well. You know what I'm saying? Use your, imagination. You know what I mean? If you can. But this should never have happened. This should never have happened. And I blame the parents. And I'm going to be honest with you. These parents need to be looked at. All right? I will bring these parents in and give them a psychic evaluation. Ask them why would they let their child go over to a teacher's house and just stay over and live with the teacher. This needs to take place. This needs to take place because you can't, you can put the onus on the teacher because she actually committed the crime, but at the end of the day, the crime might not have been committed if the teacher didn't allow the student to come over and the parent didn't allow the child to go over to the teacher's house. So this all could have been alleviated, you know what I'm saying? But they dropped the ball, so, it's unfortunate. Your teachers are supposed to be a position where, you can trust, It's funny because teachers, police officers, the crossing guard, what else? Any type of adult in a professional position. I remember when I was a kid, they used to always tell us we could trust them, you know what I mean? You could believe in them, they would take care of you. And to see all this stuff happening these days, it's just like, who do you go to? I don't know. You even got relatives doing bad things to kids. You know what I'm saying? So no one is safe, no one is protected the way you think that they are. And you can't take things, with a grain of salt because you got to really do your due diligence and look and just make sure that everything is being taken care of and, on the up and up. And always ask questions. Ask questions of your children and make sure that nothing is happening to them because something could have happened to them and they're keeping it a secret. They ain't saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? All you can do is ask. You know what I'm saying? You can ask. If you get that gut feeling or something feel wrong, you know what I'm saying? Do your research. You know what I'm saying? Take the phone from them. Do your research. Check this, check that. You know what I mean? Ask questions. You know what I mean? See what's going on. Track their steps. We got to make sure these kids are safe at all costs. So, it's our job to do it, and we must continue to do so, and not let, these savages out here take advantage of these kids. Like this teacher did. So, but with that being said, if you like what you've heard, please don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the like button as well. More awesome, loving, and wonderful people over similar to yourself. All my normal subscribers, thanks for coming back. All my new subscribers, welcome. Welcome to AG's Point of View. Do me a favor, hit that like button. Hit that like button. It'll bring more awesome, loving, and wonderful people over that look similarly and think similarly to you. So that way we all can have a conversation that we all can kind of do our due diligence to kind of keep our, ears peeled or whatever, and our eyes, looking around and checking to make sure everything is going to up and up in our own individual family. So hopefully this story can help someone out, point them in the right direction, maybe start asking some questions. You know what I mean? You never know what you run into. So, there's that. But come visit me on my Instagram, on TikTok, Twitter. TikTok's about to be going away. So there might be another platform, that we have to actually build back up again, but that's fine. We'll do what we gotta do. I got the best subscribers in the world, so quite sure you guys will follow me over to the next platform. But yeah, we'll link up somewhere else if need be. But in the meantime, between time, come visit my socials or whatever. You see the list down there and all that. Come visit the merch store. Go and get yourself a t-shirt, hoodie, cup, anything. You know what I'm saying? Keep bringing it, keep bringing in themselves, and everything is all good. I feel like my stuff is competitively priced, across the board. So I'm not really trying to make $1 million off of this. I just really want to get the word out. Share with my folks, give them discounts or whatever. Make sure everything is good with you, and just move on to the next. But I really, really, really hope that you guys really take heed to a lot of the things that I say on these videos, because some of the problems that we see these days can really be avoided, can really be, taken care of well in advance before anything would happen. So, just heed some of the warnings, just ask questions. A closed mouth don't get fed, you know what I mean? So do what you need to do for your folks and make sure everything is good, and hopefully I'm not doing a story on you, all right? With that being said, I love every single one of y'all. I'll see you guys in the next video. Gotta be careful out there. Peace.
Go get it, I gotta get to the scene, oh, I gotta get to the bag now. I can't be chasing on these. they getting they feeling and dragged down. That's why they just crash out. Stuck in the cell and this man down. Life getting gone in a flash now. Fitting in, I'ma stand out.
I done seen these crash out. They some baby boys, I'm the man now. They was questioning, make them fans now. I'm the best in